What I found is that each industry, the elements of marketing and sales are pretty universal. So understanding your prospect, segmenting your prospect requirements in the different sizing of the marketplaces, getting to the reasons why they might adopt your product and service, what prevents them from adopting your product and service, competition in the sense of not just direct competition, but also what are the available alternatives to that product and service, to your product and service, brand awareness, lead generation, conversion, and I should also say mostly in B2B. What I found is all of these concepts are universal across various industries. It really is industry agnostic. So I think what we learned back then, and as you said, it was just at the point where marketing automation was just beginning. And the idea was, how do I move someone from the point where they've heard nothing about our brand to the point that they become a customer? And this whole idea of customer journeys was something that was just a new and evolving thought process. And then, of course, with all the things we can do with marketing, understanding what that journey looks like and actually applying mathematics to the journey stages, and then seeing if we can accelerate any of those stages. And the marketing automation has been, I think, transformative for most B2B companies, connecting both the marketing spend to your sales team and understanding what that continuum looks like. And again, if I go back to my earlier comment about all of these elements of sales and marketing are consistent across industries, both profit and not-for-profit, really doesn't matter. The same requirements exist, and the ability to understand your customers has improved, and your ability to accelerate their journey is also available. So whether you're a nonprofit marketer or a for-profit marketer, it really is immaterial. With our solution with Freight Farms, the product that we create is, of course, a hydroponic shipping container. The purpose behind it varies based upon the client type. Some need it for food security. Some might need it actually for nutritional value for the food itself. Some might need it for some other purposes, education, STEM education. So like the intended use and the output and the reason for their purchase can very much, in often ways, be unrelated to the product itself. And the product is just a vehicle to allow them to receive the benefits. So some of these, I would call them use cases, might be a situation where we're working with a nonprofit with individuals who don't have access to housing, and in so doing, as they're at this facility, to allow them to have access to fresh food, which is wonderful, but then allow them also to work in the farm and create dignity around the idea of them creating their own food, which is really remarkable. There are other areas in other parts of the world where it might be an island nation where consistent access to and sustainable access to fresh food is also unavailable. So this is a way to secure their future and having both themselves and also future generations have access to food, which is really important. Others might also include we have a partnership with Boys and Girls Club, and there it's really about the children and having them have an environment where they can have access to fresh food where they may not have that at home. So really the work that we do covers a wide variety of use cases and needs, all of which really improve people's lives. I think at least my answer is really the same, which is it comes back to the members of the team. The team members, helping them be successful in their roles, helping them upskill in their own professional career, connecting them to the good work that needs to be done in the organization to help the company succeed. That tied to customer centricity, customer success, deeply understanding customer requirements and customer needs, why they buy your product and service, what intended benefit they expect to see from your product and service, helping those customers be successful in adopting your product and service. If you do those two things, if you allow and work with your team to help them succeed in their roles, and you're working directly with customers to understand their requirements and helping them succeed in adopting your product and service, success is a likely outcome. All the rest of it, I would say, is not just details. Of course, there's hard work that needs to go into it. But if those are the two areas that are your true north, I do believe that it will unlock the success that you're seeking in your first 90 days. I have been lucky enough, Stan, in my career. I started in sales. I worked for AT&T early in my career, and I did that for several years. And because I started in sales and then moved into marketing, it really gave me a deep understanding of um, what it takes in order for people to understand how prospects come into into your journey, how they move through that journey, then eventually buy that product. And so, one of the things I would say that I've seen in both leading sales and marketing organizations is that it's a continuum. And the continuum might be their first touch point might be through the marketing organization, and they might see an ad. They may click on that ad. It might go to the website. From there, they might talk to a salesperson. But being a student of the entire journey, understanding how customers come in, having a hypothesis around why they have a need that you can then serve, allows me, as both leading sales and marketing, to better understand how, when those leads come into the sales group, that they're able to then convert to a customer at a higher frequency and at a higher conversion rate. So having that, I've been, again, lucky enough to both lead and be part of both kind of functions. That's given me a full view of the entire revenue process, and that's also allowed me to better understand how to serve customers. I mean, I would say at some points in my career, I perhaps adopted new technologies faster than, let's say, they were able to generate demand or real value. So being sometimes it's great to adopt new technologies, but and I know we're in a moment now with ChatGPT and AI that there's a lot of new technologies. And I think what I've learned is that you do need to be present, you do need to be involved, but it doesn't need to be that you go all in early. It's testing and learning, and then figuring out where the adoption can bring into your process to allow you to improve. So I think that's definitely something I've learned throughout my career. I think also at different times running the business, you find that you could become more disconnected from your customers and your prospects than you'd like. Making customer centricity, customer commentary, customer connections a really important part of not only just your kind of daily operation, but also everyone on your team, including the marketing group, is, I'd say, really important. So I think I've learned to do more of that and make that a higher priority. Also, like managing up and across the organization. So not only just helping your team be successful, but managing upwards as well, helping the leaders in the organization, direct or indirect, helping them succeed. I think is an area of growth for me, an area of improvement, and something I've learned to do more of. And I think the essence of marketing, first and foremost, is to be curious about your customers' problems, deeply understand why they have interest in interacting with your company, accelerating that interest to turn that interest into commercial activity, basically buying your product and service, and continuing to learn from customers who come in or prospect with new and different use cases that you have considered, because that becomes the future of your business. So I think that's the essence of marketing. And then I think the other part of it, which is very, very important, which is having a team of people in the sales and marketing organization, all of whom have a desire to grow in their career and helping foster their growth and development as professionals.